need to talk to you.
Right? That's
Yeah, man, that's a very relatable scene as I look back at the younger years in my life. Except nobody ever threw me in a pool. It was like he just woke up and did the same thing over again, you know? Like, yeah.
You relate to these movies so much more harder grown up.
Dude, I lived it, man. Like, I saw this in theaters.
Damn, you're old, you dinosaur.
Yeah, man, like that was real life, man. Like that. Yeah.
What do you
The
take?
90s and the 2000s were wild compared to now. That was like the Wild West back then.
Do you think everybody could use that punch in the water?
Yes, dude. I think everybody needs a person like that in their life that you're close enough to, whether it's your wife or a friend. Dude, sometimes it's your kid. Like, how many times have you caught your kid saying something to you and you're like, dang, that little clown's right, but I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction. Like, yeah, everybody needs that person in their life, man, or everybody needs at least a punch in the face or a swift kick in the butt. You know, for anybody out there that doesn't know, this part in the movie, Billy's feeling real bad because something happened and, you know, he needed to get back onto his hero mode, so that lady beats the crap out of him for a little while.
Wow.
So, yeah, dude, we all need that. We all need a person or an event or something like that every once in a while because we get in funks, you know?
They can pull
Like,
you out of
it's got to get you out of the funk, you know, or at least you got to have like a place in your mind that you can go, you know, that can just give you some temporary respite from depression or anxiety or pain or whatever it is to enable you to do the thing that you need to do.
I like to say safe space. So I really like, you know, your safe place, your safe space. You create this really narrow spot where you only allow a few people in that you know you can be vulnerable to, and that will hold it against you, like your wife.
Sure. Yeah. That's true, man. Yeah. Think about how many people in your life that you could like count on to do something like that for you. You know?
But that's a good thing.
Not that many, right? Yeah, not even for me. It's like my wife. You know, maybe the pastor of my church. I'm pretty close with that dude. But other than that, like my mom, she wouldn't say anything. You know, my dad, he's more concerned about going hunting and riding dirt bikes now. So he's 70 years old.
But that's something you can't. I feel like even nowadays with everything with like ChatGPT and, you know, people go, like you saw when you're going to school and people just live off of ChatGPT. They're not even going out and meeting people. They're not even stirring up those random conversations, you know, and that's just.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, going through the little coffee shop there that St. Martin's had on campus. I mean, it's a beautiful campus. I mean, it's, if you ever look pictures of it up, man, it's like.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But you'd walk into the coffee shop, everybody's got their headphones on, everybody's got their laptop open, also their phone, also looking at the TV. But it's quiet. It's quiet in there. Nobody's talking. You know, the only person that you can hear talking are the two baristas, and they're, who knows what chucklehead stuff they were talking about. But yeah, man, it's true. People just don't interact anymore, and it's a bummer, man. I think that sucks.
You never know what you're robbing yourself out of, and I think that's what I really want to influence my kids is that, like, be awkward, be genuinely awkward, and that might work out to be your advantage. You know what? At one time, like some people just get ahead of life because they have the right opportunity and the right thing to say and the right shit. How many times did you see that in the military? The right thing to say. Yeah,
man. So multiple times, and it went both ways. You know, I can remember one time where it, like, I think it went totally off the rails and wrong. And then there's a few times where, like, I spoke up and said something and it turned out, you know, it turned out to be the right thing to do. And, like, that person needed to hear that in that moment. You know, like, the time that I can remember that it just didn't work right is, you know, the commander, you know, you go to commander's call and they're like, well, does anybody have any questions? And I think this is before you got to McCord. Uh, and he's like, does anybody, are there any issues going on here in the hangar? And I just got down there. I'm like, yeah, I do. There is a huge problem in here. And it's been made aware to me very quickly that the Wi-Fi is terrible.
I remember that.
And he got it fixed. But, he never quite treated me the same after that. And it was almost like I put him on the spot to get something done, and then like he didn't expect to have to do that. That was like the thing that he just needed to say, because that's probably the thing he'd heard everybody else say. Yeah, he was checking a box that he didn't expect to have to actually deliver on.
Wild.
Yeah, man, that was weird. He was very, very weird to me after that. So
I want our kids to have courage. Like, I feel like that kind of ties into courage. I've noticed that a lot, even going through the different stages I've gone through lately. It's like courage never feels easy, and it always feels like you did the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like, you said that, the moment you said that, you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. And then just like what you said, nothing you said was wrong. It's just
no. Well, I felt like I had to put myself out there. I almost had to jump in front of the train, because you all were just, it's frustrating. I saw the frustration of like the airman and the other staffs and techs at the internet, and it was just like, well, why hasn't anybody said anything? It's like, well, we told Com. It's like, well, Com probably got off early on Monday and didn't come back till next week. But I kind of felt that after I'd opened my mouth that I was going to lay down on some railroad tracks on that one, and I did. But it got fixed. So